Yay!
We are live. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another amazing time of Heavy Revy
Woohoo!
TV. This is my wife, Shauna. I'm Brian Christian. We are your hosts, and we have with us Jackie Myers, who, if
Woohoo!
you read underneath the video, you'll see some things I put up there about the flow that she carries and what happens when we all get together.
Yeah, and what happens when I
Always
get
an
together with Brian
explosion.
is you never know.
We never know what's going to happen, but it will be explosive. So
But
please,
we will explode on the scene
yes,
live.
please like and
So,
share, and
yes.
let's see what's going to unveil today. And so, Jackie, how you doing? What's going
I'm
on?
good. I'm good. I'm trying to find you. You haven't come up on my live. I want to share it, but I haven't come up yet. But woo! I'm excited to be here today.
Yes,
One thing I do know is this was canceled 2 times, so the
twice.
third time is going to be right on time. I heard that this morning. It's right
Yes,
on time.
right on time.
He's right on time, and I do flow with that. I think when the first one was canceled, I was just so disappointed because I was so darn excited.
Yes.
So, sometimes it's just like, oh, I want to do this now, but it's okay. It was a little delayed and it's all good. So
Oh yeah.
everything is good. And woo, just want to say I had 3 blow in here last night. So they blew in with a blast that boosted me. I had a little power boost last night with Danielle and Natalie and Saloma that blew in.
Oh, yay!
Did they drive over?
Yeah, they're visiting.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
they're
here.
visiting.
They're here.
Oh,
They're here.
wonderful.
They're out on a walk on the sacred land in the wonderland, and they're giving me a little space. But yeah, so
Beautiful.
it's exciting.
Well, I tell you,
It's
that's
exciting.
awesome. I'm glad that they're there, and I know they're on fire. And Saloma,
Oh,
she's amazing.
yeah.
She just carries such a realm on her.
Yeah.
And so that is just beautiful.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad you're over there with the gang and having
I
some
know.
intimacy and
I'm
fellowship.
excited about that. I don't understand why you're not showing up. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Am I on your page? So want to like this or get it. Oh, there you are. Okay.
There you go.
Let me
Yeah.
get it posted. I've got to just get this posted to my page, and now I have. So we are
Perfect.
all set.
Sure. We are ready.
Yay.
Yeah, I want to encourage.
I
I encourage people. I know that Facebook, we have the Facebook Lives, but those Facebook Lives are so glitchy. And then sometimes you can get somebody on, sometimes you can't. I encourage people. StreamYard is a lot better quality. You can do several platforms. That's what we like to use. And then there's another one called Ustream, which very similar. But I love this one because it's just a one-click, three platforms. Don't have to share. Don't have to do anything. But of course, it does take a lot of bandwidth. So if you have low bandwidth, then it won't really work for you.
Hey, everyone.
So
everyone that's joining us. There's Lynn
yes,
and
I'm
Molly
just seeing
and
a few
Mary,
popping on.
Robert,
I
and
can't.
Julie. People
The
are
only
popping
thing is
up.
on my screen, I can't see comments, but I have my phone on and I can see comments on my phone.
Okay,
I don't know
good.
why I can't see comments on here.
It depends on the.
Well, this is, with what I do, it's kind of like essential, but it's okay because I just bring in another device. But,
if you have another device, you can do it on another.
Yeah, I got it. I
can see it on mine. If you have a laptop, you can follow along, but this is more of a laptop-based program.
Well, I saw this morning in my morning glory bathroom time, which is always amazing, and it was beyond spectacular, amazing this morning. And I saw such past, present, and future coming on today.
Oh, I want to hear about it. We want to hear it.
Well, here's the thing. We've been on this journey for almost 9 years, and we are going to have people blasting in here from the past, and we're going to have people blasting in here from the now. But I believe there's going to be the new, which is the future, blowing in here too. So in the bathroom, actually this morning I had a beautiful time reflecting. I was reflecting, and reflections are amazing. And I started doing lives with people. I don't even know how many weeks ago because it's all blur. And I started seeing my reflection in a whole new way. I went through so much reconciliation within myself the last, I don't even know how many months, 6 months.
Yes.
And, what I love is the evidence of going through that is then the reflection that starts coming to you and showing up. And I am absolutely blown away with the people that God has brought and that I'm connecting with. And it's just a reflection of me where I am now. And it's been amazing. I've been in
Wow.
an accelerated realm, and I know you guys have too. I
Oh,
feel
it's been
like
the same.
there's similarities in the journey. I see so much change in you guys. I can't even explain it because I'm very connected, even though we don't talk all the time. I still know where
Yeah.
you are because I can feel you a little too much sometimes, Brian. Just tell you that.
That's good.
Little too much. I know. I'm used to it. It's been a lot of years carrying you in that space, which has just been amazing. So I feel like we are going to reflect upon our journey a little bit here, but I think as we
Yes.
reflect upon our journey, it's going to help a lot of people in their journey.
Right.
So, I just want to give most of you know, but I just want to give a quick background. If you don't know, I met Brian almost 9 years ago when I was living in one bedroom, living a little hell on earth life. And I had lost my second house and everything, which I've done twice. And the Father had really spoken to me that I was going to, my apostle was coming after I watched the movie Divergent. Okay. And I just said,
Oh, yeah.
well, there ain't one in this county and there's not one around here. So where am I going? Well, I found Brian on Facebook, and what a wild Facebook journey it's been. And
Yeah,
I tell people all the time, you will never hear me curse Facebook. It has blessed us. It has blessed
yes.
the nations. It has blessed thousands of people. I have
Right.
literally had a chance to change thousands of people's lives by being on here. And, you have to honor that platform and what you've been given. So I don't look at what we don't have or what it should be. I look at wow, wow, wow. I remember a word Brian gave me when I was in Washington about 2 or 3 years ago, and I went and God brought me to a sunflower field, and it was crazy amazing. And I was face to face, and I was doing a photo shoot. If anybody knows me, I'm on a photo shoot 24/7 with my phone camera. And anyways, he sent me this message that said those flowers represent all the lives that you've changed, and it blew me
Yes.
away. So I just want to say it's been a wild journey. We started in Father of Glory. I was a part of the original admins, and it's just been a wild ride. It's been a glorious ride. It's had a lot of ups and downs and ins and outs.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like I know Brian quite well.
Yes.
And but it's been amazing. There was even a space and place where we parted for a little over a year, and it was all good, people, because it actually all needed to happen.
It's all part of the process.
It was all part of our process.
That's
But
right.
so I just want to say, whoo, I don't even know, just got a blast came in there. I want to say this, people will love this. There's a realm, it just blew in. There's a realm. We can do you well, Brian. There's a realm.
Yes.
There's a realm. I'm overwhelmed.
So one thing I want to talk about, yes, we've had a lot of ups and downs and ins and outs, but one thing I want to say about Brian, and I want to just give him a little honor here, is in the process and everything I've gone through with Brian, I will always tell you, he ends up always finding the space and place and grounded in love. And even though it can get a little crazy, we've been in chaos, we've been up, down, in and out with our emotions and everything we journeyed through. But I'll tell you right now, I have always seen the result produce the foundation of love. And I say this, I was thinking about this morning. I don't care if we are here getting an encounter with something as simple as someone at the grocery store that you might be honoring or loving on, or you might be up in the cosmos with a light being face to face. Okay. I'm here to say there's one thing that will tell you if it's really God, and this might help a lot of people in their own discernment, is what is it producing? Is it producing love? Well, I'm here to tell you, I have watched the process that Brian is journeying through, and all I watch is it produces love, 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 love. And in this journey with Brian, I have seen him grab a hold of so many revelations, which I grabbed a hold of through the years. And I just want to give a shout out to that, because a lot of what I flow in, I grabbed from him. And that is, the beautiful, beautiful inheritance of the saints and the beautiful divine exchange and swapping keys And knowing that this journey is not all about us, but it's about the keys we're getting for all those that we're sent to in the process. Okay.
Wow.
And it's been amazing. I grabbed a hold of that years ago, and I am a part of putting that on display. I'm going to tell you right now, because that is amazing. And knowing that we do need each other. But there was somewhere else I was just going, and I lost it. Where was I going with this?
The inheritance in the saints. I know
Yeah, the inheritance in the saints, but there was something else I was going with. Just the love walk in the midst of it, you know.
Yeah.
Is it really producing love in your life?
Yes.
And I just have watched Brian time and time again. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. When we were in, you know, coming into sonship. Okay, so I've been on this journey with Brian, and really it was all about kingdom when I came in. It was kingdom. And then we, you know, started to move into sonship. And then oneness came out of sonship. And now we're just in freaking 5D is all I can say. The only thing I'm going to call it, okay?
That's
so
about all we can say.
Where it goes after this, we don't know. But
we don't know.
Good. It's all
the
good.
Unknown.
Yeah. Oh, God. See, here I go. I'm going down another bunny trail, but I got to come back.
Danielle said you lost it in the realm.
Well, yes, because the realm showed up. It's the realm that showed up.
There's a realm.
Where was I at in this? Okay, so the divine tables of exchange in the realm and the oneness. Woo! I know I'm getting whacked in it. This is so good. I got to go to where I was going to go to in this. Where was it?
Well, there's a realm.
There's a realm. There's a realm.
Wave your hand.
There's a realm.
Yeah. Well, I know. I want to go back to the beautiful book of Acts that Brian learned to walk in years ago, which I love. You know, we were on this group, and we would meet once a week, and he was kind of fathering us, and the whole group of us would meet. And the one thing I loved was anytime one was hurting or one was in need, he was a firm believer in everyone helping. I can remember this one time, and this goes way back, I think at least 7 years. Today I was thinking about this. One time I needed to have an insurance bill paid, and I didn't know how I was going to pay it. And oh God, it was everything just to share it with the group. Okay, to have the vulnerability to share it. And then Brian just comes on and goes, okay, if everybody just sends Jackie $25, that would be covered. And they all did it. And it was like, wow. You know, so I just want to say to Brian, the whole journey has so been about, he's a giver, he's generous, and he doesn't just talk it, he's walked it, okay? He's helped a lot of people. And so it was so cool to come into that community way back then, even though we were just tasting of maybe that much of it, but it still was the beginning of something so beautiful. So people despise not those small beginnings.
Right.
And then, despise not those small beginnings, and just learning how to be in community and to help each other and love each other. And, you know, the realms of love that he walks in and that I've seen on display through the years is just spoke. That's fruit that remains and fruit that speaks. And I just want to say to you all, if you are, you know, in a place where you don't understand and it's like, what in the hell is he talking about? I'm going to say right now, is your spirit sensing love? Is your spirit going, ooh, I'm loving this, but I don't freaking understand it? Well, I'll just say that's a great place to be, because I was in that one room. I was in the one room with Brian, and all I kept saying is, what in the hell is he talking about? And this is even way back when. And he said, just drink and don't think, Jackie, just drink and don't think. So I was drinking and not thinking, and I was only on Messenger, and I would scroll, and we would get so whacked on Messenger, on Facebook, that I couldn't get to the shower till 2:00 in the afternoon. It was absolutely freaking crazy. And I'm going, what is this Facebook thing, cyberspace? How can this all be happening? You know, so what a blast it was and is. And all I can say is I then find myself on the Mount of Transfiguration and didn't even know how in the hell I got there. I'm like being completely changed, transfigured, set free, delivered, and all this stuff is happening, and I didn't even know how it happened. And then
your
God would pour out
understanding wasn't required.
That's right. And then God would pour out the understanding down the road, you know, and that's what he did. And that's what, so I want to encourage a lot of people, and I don't want to go into a lot of the history, but I feel like a lot of people are going to grab a hold of that, because I feel like there's a lot of people blasting in from the past here, present. And I'm a bridge. I'm a real big bridge. Okay. I've always been a bridge for Brian, for the people who flip out and trip out and don't understand him, to try to bring them, it's true, back to some truth and say, this guy will love you to the point where you'll open your mouth like a little bird in the nest and start receiving that crazy stuff that he's pouring out, because the love is so profound. Okay. And so that's been a part of, I know you guys honor me highly with my love walk and who I am, because I've always been about the one, and I've never seen the platform, and I could care less if I ever do. But you were always one that boosted me more into that. And you were always one that believed in me and saw who I was. And wow, what a wild transition it has been. Because I went from these crazy prophetic threads that I was flowing on, and we were in the gifts of the Spirit. And then I started hearing, well, when we start maturing, the gifts will be gone. And I'm going, what the heck, God, do I just let go of this gift that I have? Now what do I do with that? So that was quite the journey to go through. And I didn't have a lot of people helping. I had nobody helping me through that. Nobody helping me pioneer, besides obviously the 7 spirits of God were the ones that helped me through that. I'm going to tell you right now, I understand that. And they now have shifted me into this beautiful space and place where I tell people I stand, and I know you can't see my arms, but one's up and one's down. And I'm in this space now, and I am here to reconcile you to the Father. I am here to tell you who you are in Him, and to just connect you now to future memories, because you've given me your scrolls, and now I get to give them back to you and break them open and bring you into future memories. One of the things that the Father's been telling me over this last year, and I know I'm rambling, but one of the things that He has told me, one of the things that He has told me is, Jackie, bring them back to the future. I'm like, back to the future, back to the future. They're going to go back, but now you're going to blast them into the future, and the new neural pathways will come. And they're no longer going to be in the rewind, because the future memories are going to come. And when the future memories show up, that's it. They're in it. They'll feel it. They'll know it. And it's in the knowing realm that they will completely now manifest and be in the future, in the now moment. So, I'm going to let you talk for a minute.
Wow. I got so whacked there. I don't even know what to say. I'm so blessed and blessed.
I want to tell everybody, this is my new one. I got a new one, and it's woo, 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 woo. It's like a siren. And it doesn't stop. It's like, woo, woo, woo.
I love that.
I do it in the bathroom. I do it in the shower.
It's the announcement for all those that thought they were wrecked, and you're coming with the healing balm of Gilead, the holy ambulance.
You know what I love about our journey is like you said, we go from all these different levels of expression, and what it really comes down to is where we can honor and love our small beginnings, because really what it comes down to is it doesn't matter how big or small it is. So we can just honor it all, no matter where it is. And I just love you even sharing about the process of letting go of all the gifts and realizing it's not about the outward gift, because we are the gift for one another.
We become the gift.
Yes, we are the gifts.
We are the gifts of the Spirit.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to Miss Kay. I don't know if she's going to be coming on here, but Kay was a huge part of my shift and confirming it. And after she gave me a word that she gave me, it shifted me, and I came into the knowing of who I was and remembering. And it was all about, and I'll tell you what, Miss Kay doesn't prophesy a lot. And I'm at a meeting with her, and all of a sudden, here comes the finger. And let me just tell you, when the finger comes, she's about ready to do a blast or tip a cow. It's like, woo! When the finger goes up, I got her pegged. And here comes the finger, and Jackie! And I'm like, whoa! And she just said, I don't want to hear you say again that you're flowing in the gifts. And it was all about the 7 spirits of God and no longer being fragmented. And it was beautiful. And it was a 2-minute word. And it completely shifted me into remembering, wow, this is who I am. Because I kept thinking, how can I quit doing this? I'm such an encourager. I'm such a one that builds people up. How can I let go of this gift? So it just completely helped shift me and blast me into the remembering of knowing who I was. And then standing up tall and letting it flow and letting it go into the new realms. And oh my God, is there realm after realm after realm in this? But I know this, I can say this is one thing God has always spoken to me is everyone needs encouragement. I used to
Right.
have these people come on here like Kay and some of these ones that I'd see like, she's been in this 30 years. And I'm going, what is she doing on here? And I'd be like freaking out. And then at the end, God would say, Jackie, have you ever considered that maybe they need encouragement? And I went, oh my God. Okay. So
Yeah, we all do.
They all
need
do. Yes, they all do. And now I just let it go and I don't hold back.
right.
And I'm still a little intimidated. And everybody thinks I am very comfortable in what I do. Daniela will always say, well, you always nail it, Jackie. I said, but Danielle, you understand I don't always know that I'm nailing it.
Yeah.
I'm still just free flowing and I don't always know. And everybody thinks I do. But
Right.
yeah, one thing I know.
I love it. Derek Carter called you out perfectly. He said, you are the oracle.
Yeah.
You're an
Yes,
oracle
and
of God.
and you
I
know
was like,
what?
that was perfect.
I love
is
that word
kind
so
of
much
there
better
too.
than prophet because I don't like the prophetic word or prophet anymore. I love
So
oracle. I'm
Yes. Look at what
intuitive.
Jessica said.
Intuitive.
She said, I'm so grateful. My favorite peeps that encouraged and have supported me in this season. Thank you. We love you, Jessica. You are amazing. And you know, here's what's amazing about it. You know, we start this journey with seeing it in another and longing for it, seeing ourselves as a signpost.
Yes.
Right.
And usually what that does is we're excited, but then it begins to extract the insecurities, the jealousies, the comparisons, the competitions, and all of that walks through. And then we usually hate that person, or we don't really like the person that was really us looking at us because we can't face a part of us and it has to be extracted. And then we go from that phase to blending with someone. We begin to see their heart beyond our own insecurities, and it begins to secure us. And in that divine reflection, we begin to walk hand in hand. And in that, we then put them on a pedestal, and we go through the honeymoon, and then that they have to fall from that pedestal because it's our own place. Whenever you put somebody else on a pedestal in the focus, it's because you do not want to be seen in your condemnation.
Right.
And so they have to fall to expose your condemnation. And when that happens and they don't measure up anymore, and you have to face where you don't measure up anymore, then you learn to go to the next level of deep, real relationship where unconditional love begins to manifest and entwine and begins to bind up the wounds and take you on a journey. And pretty soon it doesn't even matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if they said something right or said something wrong, because you've seen who they are, you've known who they are, and you've received yourself in the midst of that. And therefore there's no insecurity to have to reject or push them away. And so then comes the whole unveiling of becoming the very thing you were reaching for that now just begins to ooze out of you. Because and there was nothing you did. See, deliverance is not about you getting free. Deliverance is about you letting go of the lie that you're not. Deliverance is about you peeling off the layers
illusion
that have prevented you from realizing that freedom is your identity, that wholeness is your identity, that love is your identity, that prosperity is your identity, that all of those things are you. Shabbat.
Wow. Oh, that's so good. That's just so right on. It's so right on. I just love that. And I love that right now I feel like there are so many on here right now. It's like you're in the funny house, okay, with all the mirrors. And this is what the Father has spoken to me. He said, Jackie, you are in such an accelerated realm that every time you think you're going down, I'll send another mirror. The mirrors are coming so fast that I can't doubt. I can't stay in a space where I flip out or doubt or waver. I'm going to tell you, another mirror comes, another mirror comes, another mirror comes. And this is why it is so important to stay connected. And I want to say this, and everybody knows I'm a launcher, and I'm a firm one that's going to push you out of your comfort zone into who you are. Because when you have a face-to-face with yourself, okay, you do a live or you have a face-to-face with you and you flow, you're going to remember who you are in a way that you never would in another space. So sometimes it's just so important. I say to people, you have got to begin to flow to see who you are and to experience a life change before your eyes, which will solidify it. Okay, it will completely solidify. Wow, this is who I am. I just saw a life change. How can you deny it? and you were probably flipping and tripping the half an hour before that. I'm going to tell you right now, because here were all the contradictions, or here were the lies in your head that are still embedded in your subconscious. But I'm going to tell you right now, every time you see a life change, and every time you get to give a key away on your key ring, because it's not all about you that you got along the journey, it's good. You're going to be able to say, damn, this was worth it. This was all worth it. All worth it.
Well, you know what's weird, what's not weird, but what's crazy about how this is set up is you'll only get so much going within by yourself. You might see the kingdom, but you can't enter it by yourself, because your ability to receive is based on your flowing out to others. So every time you see somebody you can't stand, that is you can't stand. When you love them, you begin to break open you, because we were wired to not be able to face ourselves without looking in each other's eyes. That's how we face ourselves, because that's where vulnerability comes in. And I'll tell you what, I was thinking about fear last night, what fear really is. We know it's an illusion, ultimately. It's not real. It's an illusion. It's our entertainment for wherever we want to avoid looking at ourselves. And so fear is actually the only thing people are afraid of, is they're afraid of themselves. That's all they are. They're afraid of themselves. And so therefore we live in this debase. We cloak ourselves with religion, with being less than how the Father sees us, less than being the Father, less than being God. And let's just be real. The moment you're less than that, you're hiding from yourself. And we'll put on
the fear of being deceived, which is
the fear of being deceived, which means the view of myself is as this puny little idiot that can't get its head out of its butt. And that's the fear of deception. Okay. I'm a puny idiot with my head up my butt. That's how we see ourselves. Okay.
It's so true. It's so
That's
true.
how you see yourself.
Well, I'm just saying. I just kind of came
up
with that now, but it's.
I got to give a quick pause out here. And if Lynn is still on, she's going to love this.
She's
okay.
on.
Well, she sent me this a little while ago. And if anybody knows that, when God instructed me to go live every day at the beginning of COVID, let me tell you what, that was crazy, because I went, what? He said, they will be wandering and wondering, and they are going to fall right into your lives, Jackie. And they're going to receive, because they're throwing their hands up going, they don't know what the hell's going on. And they are going to receive because they have never had such a shaking. So anyways, the one thing I'm known for is my hell no button. And guess what? The bullshit button. Listen.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's 4 of them. Listen. And one more.
Oh my gosh.
Danielle and those guys and Natalie brought me the bullshit button.
Well, hey.
How the heck did they find something like that? But you know what?
But
they would find it
somewhere. Lynn saw it somewhere and sent it to me a few weeks ago and said, I'm looking for this for you. They found it.
Now, every church should have one of those.
I agree. I agree. Yes.
You know, there was a time back in Pillar of Fire Church where Shauna and I connected, and I met her. It's funny, I didn't even have to leave my own house to find my wife. She just knocks on the door and I say, come on in. Your life is about to change. And we had a house church. We had literally cut off the back of the house and expanded it. And we had, you know, the 14, 16-hour a day meetings for almost 2 years. And it was just off the hook amazing. But here was the thing. In the beginning of this, the people did not know how to do anything but sit in their chair, or as we would call it, sit on the pew, right? And so one day I decided I'm going to get a bunch of toddler toys, like baby toys and toddler toys. And so I brought in a huge box. And this actually before you came.
I remember you telling me this.
And I started passing them out to people. I didn't say a word. I just started passing. They're looking at me like, huh? They're setting it down. I said, no, keep that in your hand. Keep that in your hand. And they're like looking at me bewildered. And they're like, we don't understand. We came to receive the word. We came to receive an impartation. And I said, that's the problem. No matter how much you receive it, you ain't going to use it or flow in it or become it, because you don't know how to play. And so at that moment, we played as babies and children, And that's what broke open the move of God. It wasn't
Yeah.
some glorious
Yeah.
decree and
Yeah.
Brian's got a prophetic word and Brian's
No, it
carrying a
is.
move. No, it was we are the move when
Yeah.
we play.
Yeah.
And so we learn
Yes.
how to play again. We
Yes.
learned how to let go of what we think we
Woo!
needed to attain, what we needed to do to be something. And we just
Yeah.
decided to jump into the
Yeah.
adventure
Yeah.
and embrace the wonder.
Woo!
And boy, it
That's
changed
it.
everything. And it
Boy, do
launched a
I
movement
know.
that
Woo!
broke
You're
out for
stirring
2
me.
solid years.
Yeah. You're stirring me because that's what I'm all about is the wonder. And that's when God
Yes.
said at the beginning of COVID, they would be wandering and wandering. And so many of the retreats I've done here, we just call them Wonderland retreats, and we're in the wonder.
Yes.
We call it Narnia, call it whatever you want, but it's really here. And God has given me such a revelation on the letting go that happens when you go into the wonder of the child, or you go into the wonder. It helps you let go of that bullshit responsibility that has held you in your left brain, because there's a time to be responsible. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're trying to measure up. You're trying to be something that you were never created to be. And in a child's wonder, they don't have the worry or the bullshit rewind from yesterday, and they don't have the fear of tomorrow. They're just in the wonder zone. And so I'll tell you, when a lot of people come here, they do get woke up into the wonder, and I call it the thunder of the wonder, and the shaking of the wonder. And oh my God, Natalie and Danielle have a new one going, and I've got to come up with my thunder name. Saloma, what was it called? The little group they had going. They'll come on and say it. Thunder Sisters. Yes, it's from the Croods. It's from the Croods.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's amazing. And they have names, and I got to find my name for the Wonder Sister that I am. But I had such a shaking when I was out at Angel's house, sitting in Grace's chair in his apartment. I shut my eyes one morning, and it was like I thought an earthquake happened. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened? And God says, that's the thunder of the wonder, and you are in it. And man, that just broke up in such a realm of the thunder and the wonder, and letting go of the responsibility and becoming like a child, and learning how to enjoy the day, being in joy, I enjoy, but also learning how to enjoy and coming back to the play, because so many of us, our playtime was robbed, but a lot of the brain and a lot of who we are never develops if we don't do actual playtime. So many times I'll give somebody a word and I'll tell them, you just need to go learn how to play. That's the answer to everything. And they're like, what?
Can we talk about how to deconstruct responsibility and what is real responsibility and what is false? And let me just say this. I know you've got something on this, Jackie, is when it's real, true, holy responsibility, there will be no guilt. There will be no self-evaluation. There will be no worry, and there will be no fear.
Right.
True responsibility has no burden to bear. Now, that sounds completely opposite when we think of responsibility. But true responsibility has no burden to bear. And so where do we go with that, Jackie? How do you see what holy responsibility is in the midst of wonder and playing?
Well, I feel like the one thing I go by in it is I follow the realm of desire within me and peace that goes with it. Okay. And I take a look at if I am in fear. Am I in fear? Is fear motivating me to go do something? And I think one of the biggest areas that many on here can relate to, and I can relate to, and others, is when we're trying to do something maybe for our children that we think should be done when things are shaking or their lives are going cuckoo crazy. Okay. The chaos is hit. Okay. And Renelle taught me this one. I've grabbed keys all over. She had such a revelation on this, and I don't have to bring it forth like she did because I'm vibing it. It is any time that you are in worry about someone else, you're actually holding them in a prison, because you have that much power, okay, over them. If you can just let it go and let the chips fall wherever they need to be, maybe this is their time of the greatest awakening that is time for them to come into. And you need to just back off and let them come in. Whether this is a child, whether this is somebody that you're carrying in your family, whether it is somebody, a neighbor, anybody. I'm going to tell you right now, if you can let it all go and just find, really seek that discernment, as I am not going to play a part unless I specifically see my part. Okay. And it's no longer motivated out of fear. I think it's any time that we are motivated out of fear. And here's the thing. fear has become so effing familiar, and I have to use the F-bomb there just because I get so pissed off at fear, okay?
Yeah.
And there's no other word I can talk about that really says how pissed I am at it. Get pissed at it and begin to identify whatever the hell it is. And what is your first thought that's coming into your mind, because your thought is producing everything that's manifesting in your life begins in a thought. So what is that thought? Have you connected with fear and then feel like, oh, the Holy Spirit is leading me to go and do this for this person, or tell them this, or give them this? Or is your motivation completely out of fear and your own insecurities and trying and thinking it's the so-called God told me to do this? Well, let me just tell you, that's just plain bullshit. We can hit the bullshit button on that one, because that's how the freaking religiosity moves, people.
Yes.
You know,
it's true.
If it's not, if there is just not love, peace, and joy in it, and it's not motivated by a pure holy desire. Now, here's the thing. You want to be able to see the end. You want to be able to see what is the end from the beginning for your children. That's what you need to do, because that's what you can create. That's how you can change them, because you're a true co-creator. And when you realize you have all power to go into future memories and co-create what you would like to see them become, let me tell you, that's where you will truly find change. And I don't know where I just went, but did I answer that?
As you were talking, I thought about, what is the one thing we always do when something extreme is shifting in our life that is a divine setup? We want to balance it. The whole need to, what, I'm all over here. I'm too whacked. I'm not being responsible. And we start looking at, well, I need to be responsible. The moment you determine you need to be responsible is where you actually have evaluated yourself as insecure. Okay. So wherever we believe we're insecure, we will overcompensate to try to be responsible. And so really, anywhere you try to balance your life is where you're actually moving from insecurity. You're moving from self-condemnation, not being good enough, not being enough. So just let go of the need to balance, because the pendulum swings on purpose, because wherever we were in extreme lies about ourselves, we're going to go into the opposite extreme, and we'll balance out in the unveiling and the embodying of that. But we just need to take our hands off of what we think we're supposed to be doing when either all hell is breaking loose or all heaven is breaking out. Whatever it is, we have to be able to say, this is good. This is leading. Now, obviously, if you've never been there, you're just going to be confessing this is good. You don't really mean it, because you've not experienced it in your mind. But, the end of the matter is, look at the signposts around you. Look at those in your life who already went through that, and look at where they're at. They are the signpost of you already overcoming. You're all, that's why Jesus, he overcame the world. And because he overcame, we overcame. That is the divine reflection of Christ in us to one another. So there are people in your lives, everybody out there listening, there are people in your lives that are signposts, okay? You might be looking going, I wish I was like them. You are them. You might be looking at them going, man, I don't even want to hear any more of their testimonies. I ain't got one. Let go of the jealousy. Quit being jealous of yourself. That's you, okay? That's you. So just embrace it and say, okay, I don't have to try to be that person. I can simply receive the reflection that what I am seeing is already mine, and begin to embrace it and begin to walk with people and rub off on each other. People, here's the thing, like, we minister to tons of broken people. You minister to tons of broken people. But those that are in our circle are those that build us up and believe in us. I won't allow people in my circle that don't believe in me.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Because you've got to know that, what does Kay say? Where your focus goes, your energy flows.
Energy flows.
And you want people around you that expand the energy you carry, not drain it. And I mean in deep relationships, people you can lean on, right? Like we can sit with Jackie, we can freak out and break, and she's going to love us. And she can break, and we're going to love her, because we've already decided we're stuck together, and nothing's going to do anything to take that apart, because we don't have fear in our relationship. We don't have false expectation in our relationship. We just let it flow. We reflect, we mirror, and we receive. And that is the heart, and that is the key. Shaka
Yeah.
Bambi.
And I feel like I want to go into this, and this is where I was going. I thank God for the Holy
Yes.
Spirit that brought me back to this, because I wanted to say this about Brian. One of the things I did learn from Brian that he does the best is he knows how to celebrate someone. He knows how to celebrate who they are. And I've learned two things that will arise you. It is identity downloads and knowing who you are. And the other one is being celebrated for who you are in the no judgment zone. And Brian has learned to celebrate people. You know, I don't care where he's at in his life, and I've learned to do the same thing. I don't care if everything's falling apart around me that day. When one comes before me, I can still celebrate who they are, see who they are through the Father's eyes, and lift them up. And I will tell you, it is, you can witness it with, you know, I flow in the prophetic. He's bringing a different flow with it, and he flows in the prophetic too with what he does, but he's bringing the Father's affirmations and the affirmations within him to arise them and say, here is who you are, you know, and that brings them into such a boldness and such a new realm of courage. And that's where they really begin to flow and remember who they are and pour out of that well. Right there is being celebrated. Okay. And wow. And I love to celebrate too. We love to party. We love to celebrate. We love to have fun. And that's a whole nother thing, is being in the joy and being in the fun and learning how to celebrate one another. And if you want to see everything melt away in your day, whether it is fear, anxiety, or the bullshit realm of connecting with who you are not, I'm going to tell you right now, just find some people who have a realm of joy going on. You'll completely forget about it. You'll completely forget about it. You know, it makes me think about the people that just go out and get drunk with the fun ones at the bar. That was me. I was never one that liked to fight. Didn't ever have that edge on me. I just loved to get blasted, give, have fun, and love. That's what it did to me. That's what it moved me. Yeah, and that's still this realm with the top shelf bubbly that rolls in. I just go into wild love and don't even know what in the hell to do with it. And this is the realm I'm in now. I have been in my bathroom. Going, what do I do with this, God? I am so overwhelmed with love. And God goes, you're doing it. I'm going, but I gotta give it more. How do I do it? I blow. And anybody knows I just got these crazy frequencies. So here's what I do. I blow, I decree, and I get on Messenger and I send it out to all these people. And then I go, oh my God, what did I just do? Because I was the drunk who didn't care. And it was just in a realm, and I sent it out. And you wouldn't believe the testimonies I get back. It's like,
I believe it.
Awesome.
Now, have you ever felt, Jackie, that when all hell was breaking loose in your life, that when somebody came across your path that was going through similar things, that when you made it about their breakthrough, all your stuff kind of came into alignment, right?
Yeah, because the boomerang comes. That's the boomerang. It's the boomerang. It all comes back for you.
Yeah.
And I love Joyce Myers, who planted this in me years ago. I'll tell you, I was in some mental realms and crazy realms, and all I heard her say one day was just get up and get out of you and go pour out. And I used to do that just to get out from where I was at. And I'm telling you, there is a shift. You can shift yourself in that. And I'm telling you what, it does. It comes back. And I just want to say to people on here, there is such a blast from the past and the boomerang that is coming forth. I'm going to tell you right now. It is going to be a thrust. There's going to be a thrust, and there's going to be the winds of change. And I get so sick of people saying, oh my God, the enemy's against me, or watch out, here comes this. I'm like, oh, hell no, that's the winds of change. And if the winds of change didn't blow, it wouldn't blow. It needs to blow you into the port that you needed to go to, because if it didn't blow, you would have never gotten there. So I'm going to tell you right now, there has to be zero resistance in what God is doing, even when you cannot understand it, because he is shifting you and aligning you and bringing you into the port that you were designated to come into. And that's what's been happening this last week as the planetary shift is happening. We are shifting and we are aligning. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys have been in chaos and you've not understood, I'm going to tell you, there is just going to be, in the twinkling of an eye, there is going to be an awakening where you're going to wake up and go, oh my God, how the hell did I get here? Because you shifted. You're in the shift. If that's shifting, it will be in a twinkling of an eye that we are in this accelerated realm right now, that we are just awakening. And I'm telling you, it's so freaking easy. It's easy, people, because all you do is become aware and you manifest it all manifest. Oh, woo! Oh, I feel like I'm going to explode.
like just
So,
heat
woo, woo,
wave,
woo, woo,
fire.
woo,
Oh,
woo,
oh my gosh. Oh my
woo,
gosh.
Oh, here we are
woo.
playing, guys. Just come play with us,
Yes.
okay?
It's better. It's better than knowledge that puffs up. It's love that edifies. It's love that
Yes.
edifies.
Yes.
There is a realm
Yes.
of love and embrace that wants to explode. It wants to explode out of
It
everyone.
does.
Let the love
Yes.
explode. Let it explode.
Woo.
Just be,
Yes.
just explode, just yell, just shout, just break out.
Yeah.
Break out.
Woo.
You're
I
not
do. I'm
breaking out
love.
of anything negative. See, here's the thing.
No.
Loving yourself
Woo.
is as simple as realizing everything you've went through was on purpose for a purpose of unveiling the gushing love, the
Woo.
bliss of grace, and the beautiful pleasures of Christ in you.
Woo.
And that is, once you hit that, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters
Woo.
anymore. All
No.
your past
No.
memories are no
No.
longer a victim.
No.
It was like,
No.
oh, I walked
No.
through that to love
Yeah.
you and to
Yeah.
love you
Yeah.
and to be the manifestation of love. And that's what it is.
And when you get in that place of bliss and love, you don't give a rip if you understand a damn thing. You know
That's
what?
right.
It's like, oh, I don't understand this. Well, you know, when they come out of this bliss
don't
and
need to.
drunkenness, they don't care if they understand. This is so good. I just want more. And I don't even know what in the hell just happened, but you've had an encounter and you've had an experience. And that's why the journey is all about an experience, people. And especially that's what you want to get into. And if you get around other people that are having experiences and encounters and that's what you focus on, guess what? Give your energy to that because they'll explode and implode and your life will never be the same. And you know what? If you like what they have, take a chance on them and begin to drink of some of the new wine, because I'm going to tell you right now, the new wine is called the new wine for a reason, because you don't understand it and you're not familiar with it. So when it shows up, it's like, dang, I've been talking about, oh, here comes the new wine. And now I'm like all flipping out and tripping because it ain't what I thought it should be. But I'm going to tell you right now, drink it and have an experience and an encounter. And I'm going to tell you, you'll look back and say, wow, am I glad I took a chance on you. Because your spirit inside of you will guide you into all truth, people. You don't need the all truth of someone else guiding you, because it brought you to the pit of where you've been in religiosity and believing them and believing their bullshit and being brainwashed by them. Now your all truth within, you're going to begin to trust yourself. Woo.
Wow.
Woo.
Wow. It's, you know, the wine.
It's a
The
snorkel.
pleasures.
It's
What does it say?
good.
Working out your salvation with fear and trembling, right? For it's God working in you to will and to do of his good pleasure, right? Well, it's all about the pleasures within. That working out your salvation with fear and trembling is not actually the way Christians have been walking around wimping out on the inside and you know, victimized and I just don't, you know, cross all your T's, dot all your I's. I got to get all my ducks in a row. Slaughter your ducks and have a celebration. It's time to eat. Because ultimately, when we're in that place of that fear and trembling, that is the dualistic wrong view of you.
Boom.
Because fear and trembling there, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of the Lord is really about discerning his intentions. Remember, his delight was in the fear of the Lord, and he didn't judge by eyes or ears, but in righteousness. So it was all about the lens of completeness, righteousness, holiness, gloriousness, you know, drunkenness, in the glory, all of this. All the nisses. And so, and so when we realize that it's a perspective of discerning the intentions of the Father. Do you know what the Father looks like? If you want to see the Father in the flesh, look at children. Because children is why we are experiencing what we're experiencing, of having a visible human experience. And because it was never about you fulfilling some destiny that is like, if you don't do it, you're doomed, or your destiny is love. It's all about being you, being the true version of you, and loving. And so this fear and trembling, and I'm going to break this down for a second because I feel like people need to hear this. Fear is to discern intentions, the why behind the what. Why are we offended? Because we don't understand the intention of the situation. But when we understand the intentions, guess what? Offense goes. All right. Why do we
Yes.
struggle? Because we don't see the
Yes.
purpose in what we're going through.
Woo.
Just reveal the purpose, struggle goes. Okay. And
Mhm.
so the fear is to discern the why behind the what of the intention of the nature of the Father, which is you, your true nature, and to
Yeah.
stop questioning you. To
Woo.
stop questioning you. We want to say questioning
Mhm.
God, but we're really
Mhm.
questioning us.
Mhm.
Okay. Because
Mhm.
everything we question with us creates that image of God. And so everything that we yield in us,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, God looks a lot nicer because it's the
Yeah.
reflection of you in a mirror reflection, one with God as God.
Yeah.
And so what's crazy is the trembling is the shaking. Now, in the
Yeah.
duality, it's dealing with the exposure of fear that causes torment. It's that kind of fear and trembling. And the trembling is all the contradictions shaking up your life to expose the fear. But when we go from 3D to 5D, we go into intentions and into the shaking
Woo.
of the olive tree, which is all those
Yeah.
begin to receive the olives, the
Yeah.
anointing. There's a
Yeah.
breaking forth of what we're
Yes.
carrying, a
Yes.
shaking out of eternal
Yes.
bliss and glory as a
Woo.
vibration and frequency of breakthrough that begins to usher people in to an awareness and a wakefulness of who they've
Yeah.
always been in their origin.
Yes.
And so that is
Woo.
the pleasures of
Yeah.
Christ, and it is the
Mhm.
pleasure of God to
Pleasures.
shake
Yes.
you up, to break
Woo.
you up, and to serve
Mhm.
you as the most beautiful, delicious feast to those that are
Yes.
hungering for who they truly
Yes.
are in Christ.
Yes.
And so,
Woo!
yes,
I love that. I love that. Oh my
wow.
God, that was good. I just
Woo.
keep feeling Daniel Love. I just tried to tag him
Yes,
to say, get back on here, dude. I gotta give you a word. Yeah, just was
yes,
just, I don't know, so feeling him. So I don't know if
Yes.
he went
Well,
off. The
yeah, I was
thing
gonna
about
say
Facebook
release
is you
it.
never know when somebody goes off. You know
Yeah.
when they come on, but it's like, so I want to see when he comes back on here. But I'll tell you what, yeah,
yes,
it is in
yes.
the bliss and the love, and I call it
Woo.
the top shelf bubbly. I have been in the top shelf bubbly. When I get together with people, it's like I'll tell them. When I got together with Ronell, I said, "Oh my God, this is just you. You've just increased the bubbly in me." This I used to love Dom Perignon. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, here's what I wanted to say. One of my favorites, champagne. I love champagne. Love the top shelf bubbly. Here's what God said to me one day,
You are the
Jackie.
top shelf bubbly.
I am. Woo! God, I said, okay, he goes to me, Jackie, I predestined you for the high of highs. Don't you
Yeah,
ever feel ashamed or condemned in wanting to get the high of highs because he's created us for the high of highs, people.
that's
So
right.
if you are one of those out there that have been going for the high of highs and you don't quite think you found it and you're still condemning yourself for some things you might be doing, I'm telling you right now, when I drove into Ohio one day, it said, oh, hi. Oh, I'm like, whoo, there's a high. I'm going to find the high between the O's. And that's what it's all about. I've been looking for the high, 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 people. And I'm telling you,
Yes,
we are breaking into it. We are tasting of it.
we are.
We are becoming it. And it is everything. And you
That's right.
lose your mind in it. And we need to lose our minds. Okay. We need to lose our minds and have a drink and forget where you're at and forget what you used to flow out of. When you come out of this state of bliss and you come out of these places of being whacked, people say, oh my gosh, well, what does this do? Well, let me just tell you what, you will see what will it produce. You will see it produce big fruit. You will see people changed in your life. When you show up at a party with your relatives and you come in with this joy, peace, and love, and you blast in there, I'll tell you what, they are going to be changed without you even bringing a word. Just be fun, okay? Have some fun. Be the joy. Be the comedian in the family that you were born to be, where you got shut up in a bottle. And this is for somebody, because I'm going to tell
Yes,
you there were some that were just shut down. But I'm
that's
going to
right.
tell you, come out and be the clown. Come out and be the comic that you were meant to be.
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you right now that there is a
Heather, come out
realm.
and be the clown.
Yes, there is a realm of,
Hey,
of joy in it
Daniel's
that makes
back.
a safe space for people. And when we break open that space, that heart coherent realm, I'm going to tell you right now, when you break it open into that crazy space of wild love and you break open all that you are, it breaks them open and they come in and they feel safe.
Yes.
And then they're like, I can be who I was created to be. But I will tell you, in that place of the comedian and just the wild love that is within the comedian, let it out. I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to go to Jessica, I love you. Oh yes, got to go to. He's here. Did he say he's
Yes.
Yes.
here?
He's
Okay.
here.
Yes.
Love, Daniel. Love. Yes, Daniel. Woo! I'm going to tell you right now, there's high level vibrations, high level experiences coming. It is going to be worth the wait that you just were in and have been in. Okay. I'm going to tell you, it's like you've been waiting upon you, but you were in another realm, bringing yourself finally into this realm. And you almost had to drag yourself in, but you came in kicking and screaming a little bit. Let me tell you right now, there's a merging that's coming forth in the reconciliation of becoming the one that you've been looking for. For oneness is going to unfold into realms and places and spaces that you never thought it could. And I'll tell you, the things that you have dreamed and the things that you have seen will be, because they have to come to you, because you will vibrate it, dude. You will vibrate it, and they will come. There's going to be a day soon where it's going to be like, holy shit, I didn't invite them to come, and they're at my door. Okay. It's going to be a realm where you're going to be like, I've waited for this, and now I go get a job, and now they freaking come. Yep. And guess what? You've been expanded, and you can handle it all. And I'll tell you what the Father has been doing in the midst of this. He's been grounding you in a place where you've needed to be grounded and balanced. Like Brian said, you swang one way, this way, but now here comes the grounding and the beautiful balance. And there is just a ground wire in you, upon you, and for you right now. I'm going to tell you, if you try to get away from your little ground wire right now, you can't, because it's going to come back and it's going to steer you back into being grounded. So it is a time to let loose. It is a time to dream again. It is a time to believe. And I'm going to tell you, there is a blast. There is a blast from the Back to the Future coming for you right now, and that which you are going to go back into, and you have gone back into. The future memories are about ready to explode for you right now, for the light has come, and the light is intensifying over you in a way that you could never even imagine. Okay, when the light comes, you will remember, and you will see everything and anything that you have partnered with in the subconscious mind, for it is being laid open. There was a breaking that happened in you that laid the subconscious realm open, and you said, whatever needs to be done, let it be. And it will be. And there's going to be a twinkling of the eye in it. Your wife is going to come into a space that you never dreamed she could come into. And actually, she's going to be elevated very fast in this place. She's going to, her voice is going to be heard. There's much bubbling up within her, and she needs to come out, come out. I'm going to call you out right now. Come out wherever you are, because you're going to be seen. You're going to be found, for the light is upon you and is shining upon you. Your voice needs to be heard. Your voice is being uncapped, for you are coming into remembering who you are. And there will be a blast of a download and identity that will come forth this week with a celebration of who you are, that will resurrect you in the twinkling of an eye. Woo! I'm going to tell you, you are going to hit the top shelf bubbly, and the revelation and the revelatory realm is going to flow in you, for the seeds have been planted in you, and now they are going to germinate, for you are in the hot house, baby. You're in the greenhouse, where there is a perfect atmosphere for everything to come up and bloom, for you will become a bloom for many, many, many. Woo! Woo! And Daniel, I'm telling you, back pay is coming. Your labor was never in vain. It never has been in vain. And this is for many. Back pay is coming, for we moved out of the mother heart of God and gave it all. For we moved out of the mother heart of God and didn't charge, and your heart was right. And let me tell you, the pay will come forth. Your labor was never in vain. Woo! So let it be.
As you were speaking that, I saw for Daniel Love, Daniel, Dan I whisper. But for Daniel, I saw, dude, when you said seed, I saw star seeds, and I saw constellations. I saw the zodiac breaking open out of you, Daniel. I saw literally like it was crazy. It was like an alien invasion within you. It was literally like an invasion of these light beings and these starships and these star seeds. And they were just beaming like shooting stars all inside of you. And there's a galaxy inside of you. And you're going to begin to get the keys for a whole new outflow of the universe, of that which is observable and that which is unobservable. And you're coming into a time of a deep flow of clarity, of revelation, where you're going to begin to unlock some things that have yet to be spoken on the earth, a summing up message. You're carrying a summing up message of multiple generations with the clarity of application that's going to bring a sound through you. And it's connected to the zodiac somehow. It's connected to all of these layers and layers and layers of activation as you begin to meet the signs in one another, as you begin to meet the signs in one another. And you're going to become a sign as you have been before, but you are a sign and a wonder to this generation. And you have moved from the public humiliation season. You're coming out of the public humiliation season. You're coming out of that which you willingly said, I will be the broken one in front of the people. I will be the revelation of what grace looks like when there is no bridge in which a bridge comes. I will be the burning bridge, and then I will become the bridge for the burning ones to walk over. I was the burning bridge, but now I will become the bridge for the burning ones to walk over. And I'm hearing that your time of public being the public spectacle is over. And I know that many have loved you, but I also know that you have lived your brokenness publicly to break pride off of people and to break that whole need to what do people think? What are they going to think about me? And to break that. And so what I'm sensing and feeling is you are now coming into the flip side of that, in which favor and honor and bliss and respect and all of these things are coming to you in this season. And many that had walked away from you, looked at you like you were nuts, you were crazy, you were off, you were deceived, you were too broken, you needed, and we all have that. But don't get me wrong on that. We all have that. But they're coming back with understanding that everything that they observed in you actually was one of those star seeds, was galaxies that was now breaking open their ability to see beyond their world. See, so that's why I'm seeing these universe inside you, is you will bring people beyond what they have seen in their world to see the greater world, the greater picture, the big picture. The big picture is on you, Danielle, in this season.
Woo! Yeah, and I just heard this and saw this very clearly. There is a European tribe that you're going to connect with, and there will be a divine exchange. You will fly back and forth. And then right at the end of this, I saw Japan. Get ready, because there's an invasion of the Japanese coming into your life. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely glorious. It is a beautiful divine exchange. And I'm telling you, as he was talking about universe, I saw the expansion in you on the earth that will happen as an evidence of the universe, happening in the cosmos, because whatever is happening up there is happening down here. So there is an expansion, and they're going to come, and there's going to be a back and forth. I'm going to tell you, get ready, because you will be going on the jets overseas. Overseas is the way. And I'll tell you right now, the wealth of the sea is coming to you. I'm going to tell you, for the voice of waters is within, and it is coming, okay? The wealth is coming, and there is an attraction. The people in Europe are wealthy. You are so used to having everyone come that has nothing or thinks they have nothing, but I'm going to tell you, this tribe in Europe is amazing, and they are wealthy, and there's going to come a day they're going to say, what do you need and what do you want? Get ready for that, and don't you dare say a little. You need to be prepared for your reply.
Oh, I got it. For some reason, Daniel, I guess you're really popular in the cloud of witness today, because I got more for Daniel as well. And I just saw for you, Daniel, I heard two words. It's going to be kind of a trip. I heard universe and I heard unoverse. And when I heard unoverse, and uno is Spanish for one, right? It's probably the only Spanish I know. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco from the song, Anyway, so I saw unoverse, and I saw you in your last scene, he says, as it's just me versus the world. Uno versus the world. And then it switched to universe, and it was, it's just us versus no one. It was the unified versus nothing, because you're one. And it was almost like it's not you. There's not going to be any resistance, and it doesn't matter what it looks like in other people's minds. It's going to be your experience of no resistance, your experience of no resistance. And so this is what you're coming into. So get ready, because you're going to be like, wait a second here. Isn't there supposed to be resistance? And you're going to be waiting for the shoe to drop. But God has taken your shoes in this season, and your shoes have been removed, because the place where you're standing is holy ground, and the place where you are standing is in you. You are now standing in the Daniel, that is the Daniel of the Spirit. And because you're standing there, that is holy ground, and you no longer need any shoes. Therefore, the shoes can't drop. Yep.
Love it. So I scrolled up because I wanted to find this one person that was being highlighted, and it's called Bucky Moore Jr. Are you still on here? Bucky Moore Jr. I have no idea who you are, but let us know if you're still on here. Woo-hoo! He walks barefoot too. Love that. Hey, Derek, blessings to you. Oh, there's
Derek,
many on here. Woo!
Yes.
But, somebody tag him if they can, and we'll see if we can get him on here. If he's not on here, oh, good. Robert's already on that. Woo-hoo!
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there are many right now. I feel like this is a real corporate word for the grounding that's happening right now, and the balance that is coming right now for so many of us that Brian was talking about. I feel like this really is a time of alignment, but balance within the alignment. And there has just been so much sifted out of there that has been the lies and the illusions of the false responsibility and the bullshit that we connected to, that we were so familiar with, that is no longer the familiar zone. I think, I just feel like there is just so many ready to explode, on the scene into who they are. Like, be the star that you are. Begin to shine bright. I'm going to tell you, many on here are just going to arise and shine in a whole new way, because even by being on here with the light that is blasting forth, it is going to bring an awareness to some things that you have never seen in your subconscious realm. I'm going to tell you, the light is shining so bright on earth right now, and this is the greatest time of awakening. It is the greatest time to be alive. It's the greatest time. You will let go, and you will begin to love your journey in a whole new realm, in a whole new way. You'll look at it and go, it's so good. It's so good. You will be blindsided by such goodness and the perception of goodness that will overcome you, and you will just walk into being the trumpet and the star that you are, and you'll bring the blast that is within, and you're no longer going to hold it back, because I'm going to tell you, there is a thrust happening, and it's like a throttle on a rocket. I'm going to tell you right now, the throttle, the rocket, the booster is upon many of you, and you cannot hold it back. It's
right.
Like when I blow and I hoot and I holler, I can't hold it back. It absolutely has to come out of me. So I'm telling you, the booster is upon many of you, and Bucky is here. Okay,
let it flow.
Bucky.
Before you release that, I wanted to release something. When you said popping open, right before you said it, I saw breaking open. I saw minds popping open all over the place that are on here and that are in your lineage, that are in your family line. I saw family lines of those that are on the video right now. And I know more is coming that will watch this later, because it's a now moment outside of time. But I saw popping open in the mind, and I saw wholeness breaking open, almost like a domino effect. And I saw all kinds of infirmities, illusionary infirmities that we've accepted as our reality breaking off. I saw RA breaking off. Okay. I saw diabetes breaking off. I saw psoriasis breaking off. I saw nerve damage breaking off. I saw deafness breaking off. I saw tinnitus breaking off. I saw heart issues breaking off. I saw lung cancer completely restored, gone. I saw something with the ovaries and reproductive completely manifesting wholeness. So I just released that. So just receive it. It's reality. It's not about trying to get it. It's popping off. It's what's that word when they called it popping a something or other. It's a quantum term, popping a quark or there's a term for it, and it has to do with the breaking open of the subatomic realm that causes a release of visibility. And so that's what's happening. It's a popping of the quantum realm into your DNA, and your DNA is upgrading right now. Your DNA is moving into a 5D. Popping a quiff, that's what it's called. Popping a quiff. Look that up. because that's what just broke open. The
Woo!
whip of wholeness is beginning to break open. Shaka laka bam bam, break it open,
Woo!
break it open.
Woo!
Shaba.
Woo!
All right, go
Woo!
ahead.
Okay, Bucky, here's what I just saw. I saw you have been plowing and plowing and plowing, and I saw you as the plow behind the horses. But I'm going to tell you right now, it just completely shifted and changed and went right up into the constellations. And I saw you in the constellations with a chariot and connected to the stars. I'm going to tell you right now, for there is a power and a thrust that is about ready to bring you in and align you and link you. Get ready for all the pieces to fly in a twinkling of an eye. I'm going to tell you, there's going to be so many people connecting with you that are bringing the part that are going to bring you into the fullness of what you could have never even imagined. And even though you think you didn't imagine it, you did, and you're going to remember it. But there is a big blast coming to you right now. There's a sonic boom coming to you right now. And you are just going to come into some things that you have waited 20 years to see come in. And it's in the letting go in the last week. For you let go in the last week into the things that you did not understand, because there was such a burning and a yearning for the more. And because you did, guess what? In the letting go, you are now being catapulted into it all. I'm going to tell you, it is going to be experience after experience, encounter after encounter. You are having a face-to-face with you, a face-to-face embrace with you. And you truly have the mirrors coming from everywhere. For you have come into a realm of attracting your tribe, and it's going to show up in some very peculiar ways. Even in the town that you live, where you're like, they're not here, you're going to encounter them, and they're showing up for you. For you will become the hub that you've been looking for. It's not finding them, it is you are it. They will come and partake of you. For there's going to be a lot of you coming into the known zone, the knowing zone, the Father's ways of knowing the Father's ways. No longer just faith, trying to believe the Father's ways when you know it is, and you're in the now moment of the knowing, and the knowing brings the manifestations. And I'm here to tell you, there will be no supply held back. I'm going to tell you, there is a supply chain coming for you, and it is an absolute chain, because you're going to hook many to the chain of the supply and the provision that is coming. There's going to be a revelatory realm breaking open over you, in you, on you, for a new realm of provision, a new way of thinking. I'm going to tell you, it all has to do with a new mindset shift that you are in the believing in the unlimited realms. For wherever you have been limited, the unlimited have opened up, and you are going to see and become the co-creator that you were predestined to be. I'm going to tell you, you are in 30 days of believe it or not, dude. Okay. Believe it or not, because it's all coming to you. The connections are coming. The encounters are coming. The pieces are flying in like crazy that are coming together for you. And you are truly in a rejoicing time. You will be rejoiced, and come back into the top shelf bubbly. I break off all condemnation from any type of addiction of the high that he's always wanted, and the high that he always comes into, and the high that he sneaks away to still partake of. It's all okay, because it's leading you into the high of highs and the encounters of bliss, and that you could never imagine. And it's okay. Sometimes the substance leads us into it, even into a greater realm. So there is no condemnation. We need to break the box, burn the boxes, and realize there is nothing that we did, shoulda, coulda, woulda done that could mess up this part of the journey. For when it's your time and your timeline's breaking open, and there is just a coming out of linear time and experiencing, tripping on your timeline right now, in and out, in and out, in and out. Woo! So bless you. Have no idea who he is.
Well, me neither. And but I had, as you were speaking, I kept hearing the Aerosmith song for Bucky, "The Sweet Emotion." And I'm not going to read all the lyrics, but the first part says, "You talk about things that nobody cares, wearing out things that nobody wears. You're calling my name, but I got to make clear, I can't say baby where I'll be in a year." And I feel like the emotional roller coaster of being unheard, unseen, and misunderstood is over. That you are moving from the emotional roller coaster into a sweet emotion of motion. Okay. And so everything that you thought was an emotional blockage, or that which was preventing you from stepping into your identity and destiny, is actually causing a motion from that emotion that's stabilizing you into a sweet emotion. And so I just feel
Yeah.
like there's going to be a lot of relational restoration in this
Mhm.
season for you,
Mhm.
Bucky. I feel like some of the things you've walked through in the past,
Mhm.
where you were excited and vulnerable and transparent, those some of those
Mhm.
times was used against you in the
Mhm.
past. And I feel like a part of you died, like a part of
Mhm.
your hope, a part of
Mhm. Mhm.
your childlike wonder, your bliss,
Mm.
your the funny side of you, the humor side of
Yeah.
you. And I feel like you're getting
Yeah.
ready to step in, if you haven't been already doing that this month, because I felt like over the last 2 to 3 weeks you've had some major shifts and transitions, but you are coming
Mhm.
into that bliss and that
Yeah.
place in which
Yeah.
you're going to see the reconciliation of relationships coming in your life, the
Mhm.
healing of the breach, and a new
Mhm.
hope and a new
Mhm.
excitement for you to be the true version of yourself
Yeah.
with no holds barred and no thought of retaliation and no
Yeah.
and it's like, who cares what
Woo!
people think?
Yeah.
See, there's a who cares what
Yeah.
people think in my self-protection, and
Right.
then there's a who
Mm.
cares what people think in my liberation. And you're in
Yeah.
coming into the liberation side, and I feel
Mhm.
like this is the time for a sweet emotion. This is the time for you as motion to begin to
Yes.
be an emotional connection to those who have lost contact with themselves in the very
Mhm.
things where they're walking, where you already walked
Mhm.
out for them, and you've
Mhm.
walked in their shoes, and now you are there to release their emotion where your emotion was quenched, and you are the
Mhm.
sweet motion of spiritual momentum that is going
Mhm.
to break
Mm.
open the hearts of many and be a restorer and a healer of the breach.
Yeah, boom.
Yes,
I just hear you're coming out, Bucky. It's like you are coming out onto the scene and you will be seen, okay?
yes.
And you have no control over that because it's so beautiful, because when the star wants to shine and it's ready to shine, it's going to shine. So you are going to shine, and it's going to there's very peculiar places opening up for you. I see you walking in the back door of a Harley shop, okay? And they're all going to stop working on their bikes, and they're going to sit down at the table, and you're going to share your story, and they're going to receive your story. They're going to be changed by your story. For your story is going to go out into the field right now. You need to share it. You need to share it unashamed, because every part is for somebody else. So I'm going to tell you, get ready for many, many peculiar back doors, beautiful tables of exchange to open for you to tell your story. And the Father just wants to say you're an awesome listener. You know when to be quiet and just listen to others and be there, because some people just want to tell their story. So that is beautiful. So just get ready for that to blast open.
Wow.
So, woo! Who else do we go to here? Are you seeing anybody, Brian?
Um, have you ever given a word to Jessica Martinez?
Yes, I have. And I'm actually going to do I don't know, some show with her on Monday that she just
Yes, definitely. She's
was wanting me to do.
Jessica Martinez, and I don't have a prophetic word for her, but I
Oh
want to
yes,
honor
she's
her
come on a lot of my lives, and I have given her
um,
words. Not
because
that we can't find something more.
yes, but Jessica is Kendra wants one, but hold on,
Hmm.
Kendra wants
Hmm.
one. But so Jessica Martinez is an up and coming flow,
Oh, I do
kind of
know that.
okay. So you know how our core has been journeying this out,
Hmm.
okay? She's all of the core in one. Okay, so it's like
Awesome.
she's a multicolored garment of Joseph. She's a
Hmm.
multidimensional
I agree.
realm that
Hmm.
is carrying the faces of the four living creatures.
Hmm.
And so we honor Jessica, and we want to lift
Hmm.
you up. And that's
Hmm.
why, when the Father showed me she needs the Father's blessing,
Hmm.
and I reached
Hmm.
out and I released that to her.
Hmm.
It broke open something in her
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
caused her to begin to believe in herself, that that she is worth who
Yeah.
she knows
Yeah.
she is. She is
Yeah.
worth who she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, Jessica, we love you. You are worth everything to us, and we're lifting you up.
Mhm.
We're lifting you
Yeah.
up, and we're telling everybody, connect with Jessica because she's
Hmm.
carrying it, and there is
Mm-hmm.
no obligation. There is no false responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing on you to measure up, but everything is
Mm-hmm.
coming very quickly for you, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
So get
Mm-hmm.
ready for it to happen
Yeah.
very quick.
Yeah.
And I
Mm-hmm.
know it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to be go, wait, wait, wait. Maybe slow down a little bit. Nope, we're going to accelerate faster. We're going to go even faster.
Now you
It's
got to go with it.
yep. You're
Yeah.
you're in the you're how can you put it?
Yeah.
You're in the hyperspace hyperspeed now. You're in
Mm-hmm.
hyperspeed now,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yeah.
you're moving
Yeah.
faster than the
Yeah.
speed of light.
Yeah.
Shaba in this
Yeah.
realm, in this place. Shukala Baba Reiki, man. Whoa! I just felt something there for you, Jessica. I just felt something for your family. I just felt a breaking open. I just felt a breaking open of this golden like it's crazy. It's like a diamond, this huge diamond, like the size of like almost like a small soccer ball or something. And it's a diamond, even got the cuts in it, but it's solid gold. It's
Mm-hmm.
gold as a diamond. And that was your
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
coming up out of your heart,
Mm-hmm.
the morning star
Mm-hmm.
rising up out of your heart.
Wow.
The daytime is coming. The daytime is
Mm-hmm.
here for
Mm-hmm.
your family. And here's the
Yeah.
thing, you will no longer look outwardly to see the change in their response. You
Mm-hmm.
will now see it from the
Mm-hmm.
inside,
Yeah.
billowing out, in
Yeah.
which they catch the
Yeah.
wave and catch
Yeah.
up with the reality you're already living with them
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
perfect bliss of a unified family. And so that whole perspective just shifted, and you are
Yep.
now seeing them as they are. And in
Yep.
that, the billow of who you are to them is actually activating their consciousness to become aware of the very
Yeah.
truth that they've
Yeah.
always been. Right
Woo.
there.
Okay, and
Wow.
I have given her many words, and I have been, yeah, I've
Wow.
seen a lot with her. But here's what I'm saying: I just saw that your children carry the keys to your husband's heart, and the keys are coming, and his heart will be unlocked in a dimension and in a way, in a twinkling of an eye that you could never even imagine. So, it's been wonderful. I feel like even in the last 2 weeks, you've had to let that go and put that out to the universe in a whole new way. But I'm going to tell your kids truly have the keys that are coming to unlock him, open him, get ready for a new realm of communication. For communication will come from his voice. He has not learned how to connect, he's not learned how to communicate. And it's going to be some beautiful tables of exchange with communication that has never been, because he had no idea how to bring forth what was going on the inside of him. And there's going to be a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunication, that when it's brought to this table, a lot of understanding will come forth and a lot of love is going to flow. And he is almost going to say, I don't care what you do, but I get it and I'm okay with it. There's almost like an okay where he is going to let you go and you don't have to hide anymore from him. It's like the days of hiding from him and not letting him know. And there is wisdom in that. And I understand that. But I'll tell you, you're going to be launched and let go, and everything's going to come into divine alignment for who you are, where you've been created to go, and who you've been created to be for such a time as this. There is just a beautiful alignment in the now moment for you and your family.
Wow.
Woo.
One more thing for Jessica. So all the times you've cried out, prayed, fasted, and believed for your marriage, for your husband, and the outbreak of that, and you didn't see any results, it had nothing to do with that. For your prayer wasn't about results. Your prayer was about you seeing him as he always has been, for it to break forth as the result. And so what you thought you were praying and waiting and looking and praying and then looking and saying, oh, this is a contradiction. Why isn't it working? It's like, no, you looked within and you go, oh, I needed to see him as he is. And in that, what Jackie just released is so true. There will be, after this day, no more frustration or offense concerning anything of a misunderstanding in your marriage, because you will see that where he is not woken up, it's not intentional. That where he is, where he's at is as far as he can see, and that it has nothing to do with him resisting. There is no resistance at all. There's no resistance. Okay, the resistance is the breaking open of him waking up. Okay, it's just the breaking open of him waking up, but he is not aware of it. His intention and heart is to love you. There is a deep love in him for you, and I can
Mm-hmm.
feel that,
Mm-hmm.
and I can feel
Mm-hmm.
the desire, and I see him as a little boy, and he's sitting off by himself. He's a loner. He's by himself. He's unheard. He's not wanted. And he has been stuck in a shell
Mm-hmm.
trying to break forth. And Jessica, all that you've been groaning in your spirit for
Mm-hmm.
is breaking him forth. It's breaking him forth right now. And it's breaking him forth because you're now
Mm-hmm.
receiving him as complete, even where he hasn't manifested it. And that's what is breaking it open. So I
Yeah.
just released that.
Woohoo! We celebrate Jessica. I'm doing something with her on Monday. I don't even know. It's for some group. She's interviewing me. We're doing it's authenticity, so it's going to be good.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Wow.
I want to go to Nancy Flowers.
Yes.
Oh,
I
Nancy.
yes. Oh,
Nancy.
I love, love, love her. She's a special one to me. She's a special one that I've been pouring a lot into. And I just had a vision. I just had a vision of these four beautiful pouring pots. They were see-through and they were all different colored, and each one of them carried a different oil, and they're all sitting at your feet. Four different pots of oil, different colors. And guess what? You do not pick them up. I'm going to tell you, God is bringing the particular people, and each one's going to pick up one of those oils and just pour it right over your head. It is going to be effortless. You don't have to do any of it. You've just come into a space where you don't know how, you've let it go. But I'll tell you, even in the next 48 hours, there's going to be a blast of the letting go, and the oil is going to begin to pour and pour and pour. And I'm going to tell you, it's almost like a cosmic oil is what I'm hearing. It is a cosmic oil, and it is awakening you to the 5D realm in ways you never thought you could get there. You've seen it, you've yearned for it, you long for it, you waited for this moment for such a time as this. Woo!
Man, that is beautiful. You got one for Kendra?
Oh, Kendra, no. Just kidding. No, Kendra, we're all out of oil.
All out of
Kendra.
oil.
Oh, we got to play with Kendra a little bit. I love my Kendra. We just don't come together. We submerge into the
Well,
deep.
I did have a vision for Kendra. So Kendra,
Mhm.
I saw. This is kind of funny. I saw the Kendra doll. Okay, it was a Kendra doll with its arms out, and it has that look, that look on it, and you squeeze it and it laughs. And I saw it being given into the hands of children, and so I
Mhm.
knew that you are actually being entrusted to the next generation to
Mhm.
bring forth healing, safety, laughter, bliss, liberation, as
Mhm.
well as healing, and for the motherhood of God. The
Mhm.
divine feminine is very strong on you,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of release for children over you in this
Mhm.
season. And I'm not saying putting you in the back of the church babysitting kids. I mean, just
Mhm.
in what you carry is going to
Yes.
literally not
Yeah.
only affect children, but affect mothers that affect children. And so this is not just a straight to the children. This is through families. This is through
Yeah.
couples. That you are
Woo.
actually going to begin to break loose with a whole parenting thing that's going to actually be
Mm.
mystical. The mystical parentage, the mystical
Mhm.
inheritance for children. And you were being squeezed
Mhm.
as a Kendra doll. And it was almost
Mhm.
like the children were able to enter into their make-believe world with bliss and wonder and stay in a
Mhm.
childlike state because they were
Mhm.
able to squeeze your life. They were able to squeeze from your life the joy that you carry. And I was
Mhm.
seeing that a lot for kids. Yes.
Woo! Okay, well, I'm gonna ping off of that. I heard you're a new circus in town, Kendra. You are a new circus in town, and
Yeah.
you are actually, I think, going to do this, and you are going to set up some things for the children to do that are going to break open imagination realms. For you carry the keys to their imagination, and I saw so clearly that you have become goofy. You are the goofy, okay, coming on the scene, okay? And you're going to let go of some of that responsibility we were talking about earlier that you've not
Yeah.
seen that it really is a false responsibility or a responsibility that is not yours to carry. So you can just let go. And I'm going to tell you, you carry the match and you carry the key and you carry the way to break open the imaginations in people, okay? And that's why you are the new circus in town. I think you got many, many keys on your key ring to break open the creative imagination realm in people and to allow them to burn the box and to go into their dreams. But I really do believe there's something about really becoming the new circus in town. I don't know what that means, but I just believe that there's going to be a creator on the inside of you that's going to run with that and bring it into the now and your town and wherever you go, that you will be the new circus in town. Woo!
Oh, big time. Yeah, it's good to be the new circus in town. Whoa.
Woo! That's
Circus is
so
beautiful.
good.
And no more jumping through hoops. You're the one that's now leading the jumping through hoops. You're the one that's now saying, all right, guys, I already jumped through this hoop here. We made it easier. We took the fire off of it. Now you can just jump through it. It's almost like I already went through the fiery hoops, so now here's a glory hoop, and now you can bring the glory hoops.
Yeah.
Get your tickets, y'all.
She's already selling tickets. There you go. She'll be in it. I already know her. She'll go and run with that. That already came upon her. I want to go to Heather. Heather.
Yes, Heather.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like,
Heather McKernan.
Heather, I feel like the expansion is upon you and the connections are coming that you have waited a year to see come. They're all over. And actually, you don't even know them yet. Okay. So there are connections coming that are going to bring some pieces that are going to awaken you to more of your future and bring you into who you've been created to be. I just feel like there is something within you that is a creator, a decorator, a coming on the scene of, God, I just don't have the word for it. Ooh, just, decorating their lives. I'm going to tell you, it's almost like you're going to decorate their lives and hang some things up in their rooms that are going to awaken them. It's almost like, wow, okay, there's an awakening there. You're going to have a real knack to meet people right where they're at, going into their houses and meeting with them. And you're going to know that when the connections come, it might be this big, but you will despise small beginnings. And you will know that it's going to lead into greater depths. And there's going to be two people that are going to come forth that are going to blow your mind because they're very highly influential people. And they're almost going to want to keep you behind the scene and not let it be known. But it will be known because it's just their own insecurities of letting it be known that's holding them back. But I'm going to tell you, you are a creator. You are going to go into people's space and decorate their space, and they're coming alive. This is the only way I can explain what I'm seeing. Is they're going to come alive. They're going to remember. It's almost like an inroad in to just hang some things before their very eyes. And I don't know what the heck that means. But I do see you coming alive in a whole new way of purpose and destiny, where you've been scrambling, trying to find the pieces and you can't quite get them. Well, it just hasn't been time for them to be revealed. But now you are entering into the revealing realm. The light is shining bright. Glimpses are coming. The light is shining. The encounters are coming. The parts are coming from others. They're not coming in the dream realm. They're coming from others that are coming to bring the other parts that are going to bring you into the fullness of more of the vision of who you are. And it really does come through the constellations and the connection with the constellations. I see a letting go and you going, woo, this is for real, man. This is for real. I got to let go and I got to believe this shit because it's for real. Because what happens above is happening down here. And it's all happening within you right now. Okay. It's all happening within you. And there is a reconnect happening with you. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to just say, I let it go. You're going to let it go. And you're going to let everything come into alignment that is for you. Okay. And, I know you have a sister that is kind of wealthy. I'm going to tell you right now, she's about ready to buy you something that's going to blow your mind. I don't know if it's an Easter gift or what's coming for you, but there's a gift coming that is just absolutely going to blow your mind. So, woo! I bless you with that.
Yeah, I see Heather in the mothership.
Woo! There you
She's
go.
flying in the mothership.
There you go. Come
And
on.
she's the medicine woman carrying the
Ah!
healing and the restoration
Woo!
with the sound of her
Mhm.
vibration. She is the
Mhm.
medicine woman in the mothership
Woo!
coming to
Yeah.
abduct mindsets and
Yeah.
shift them and flip them and unveil
Mhm.
them and present them as
Mhm.
presents to the nations.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's a coworker coming back to you to really honor you for changes you made in their life, and that's going to be a huge surprise to you too. So there's a little beautiful blast
That's
from your
so
past
good.
coming back where your labor was never in vain, okay? You sowed seeds, people. If you're sowing seeds, people, that's all you do. Sometimes you walk away and never know when they're going to come back. I deliver words to people, and sometimes God will say to me, you won't see them for a year. You'll see them in 2 years. It's okay, because those seeds,
Yes.
I know the power of a seed. And you just got to remember the power of the seed, but you're about ready to witness the power of your seeds, knowing your labor was never in vain. And there is a letting go of thinking you're a nobody and you've not been doing enough in the spiritual realm. I'm going to tell you right
That's
now,
the way to let it go.
because you're about ready to burst into spirit in a way that you can't even imagine. And you're just like a sonic boom coming in, okay? It's almost like the boldness and who you are and the atmospheres that you're about ready to invade. They have no idea what's coming, okay? So boom, we just released the sonic boom. Woo!
Yes. Whoa. You hear that? Wow. Yeah. That was crazy.
They're all upstairs and they're all blowing right now. All three of them upstairs. Oh, that's great.
That's
They're
one way to
blowing.
blow your top.
Oh my
Woo, there you
God.
go. Woo-hoo.
Oh my gosh. Woo.
Well, this
Oh,
has been amazing,
this has been
amazing.
wonderful.
Wendy Holder King, who are
Yeah,
you?
yeah. One more. Get Wendy.
Wendy. Yep, one more. That's what I'm feeling. Wendy. Woo-hoo! The
Oh yeah.
winds are blowing. I'm going to tell you right now, you're in the winds and you're in like the tornado wind, the circular wind, okay? You're not with the wind at your back, but you're in that wind and it's going to look so chaotic. But I don't know if you know this, but when there's a tornado, I learned this. Everything is placed strategically in the tornado. It doesn't touch. They don't touch each other. They don't all hit each other. So I'm going to tell you right now, you are in the wind and everything around you that might look like it's going to blow and it's going to get crazy. Everything after this wind blows is going to come into a new space and a divine alignment around about you. And you are coming into a season of absolute rejoicing, letting go, coming into the drunken bliss and no longer letting that responsibility take you out. I'm going to tell you, you're going to get it, you're going to let go, and you're going to stay in it, okay? And allow the others that are coming around about you to begin to establish you. For this is the 30 days of being established, okay? And even though your feet have come off the ground everywhere and you don't even know where the ground is, it's okay, because now the establishing is coming and the stability is coming, but the stability is not coming in the way that you thought it would. I'm going to tell you what, because the old ground is gone and now you've got to see the new ground that has been established before you. That's where you're going to put your feet, and it looks nothing like the old ground, but it's about ready to come forth. It's about ready to appear. It's about ready to be seen. Many others, I see 3 other people coming into your life right now to establish you, speak things into you, bring you into the now moment of who you are. The now moment will be established. The present moment will be established. You're coming out of the rewind. The blast into the future is coming for you. The blast back to the future is coming for you. Even though you feel like you have been in the past, I'm going to tell you, you're about ready to encounter the future memories that are invading your mind right now, invading every space around about you. And wherever you go, I'm going to tell you, even driving in the car, you're going to see future memories, because the future memories are establishing you. It is for such a time as this. No longer will you go back, and no longer will you be in the rewind. And whatever grief has been there. I'm going to tell you right now, it is held on for way too long. It's got to let you go right now. I'm going to tell you, you're coming out of that prison. You're no longer staying in it. You'll give it no power. You won't focus on it, and you will not give it any energy. I'm going to tell you that your energy is going to be focused on your future, the now moment of who you are, and it's going to be presented in such a beautiful way. I just see the Father bringing these beautiful 3 platters before you and presenting who you are on these platters. And it's almost like after one, you feel like you're filled up and that's me. No, 2 more platters are coming, because you're going to come to the overflow, and you're going to see the mirror, and you're going to remember, for you are connecting to the vibrations of the eternal realms. And even though you don't understand, I'm telling you, even in the last couple of weeks, you have let go, and said, okay, I'm in God. I don't get it, but I'm in. And I'm going to tell you, you're in the old orphan, any part of the orphan that was upon you is being erased from you, washed away. And you're going to know that you're an innie. You're going to know that you belong. You're going to know not that you belong, but you're a part of this tribe, and you're going to know the part that you play. And you are going to be celebrated above and beyond. And I think you have a new vehicle coming. It will be a part of your celebration for now.
Amen.
That is beautiful. I just want to release over everyone here right now, and those that'll be watching this, a tidal wave of love. I just experienced the cloud of witness in me breaking open, and out jumped everyone here. Out jumped everyone here to meet you face to face. And so I just release that tidal wave of love to the broken parts of your minds. I release the tidal wave of love to the unconscious parts of you. Right now, I just release that realm, that tidal wave, overtaken with love, overtaken with love, overtaken with falling in love with yourself. You are the one you've been looking for. You are the one you've been searching. And we release the celebration of who you are in love. We release it. We release it. We release it. It's a tidal wave. It's a tidal wave. Wow. I was feeling a convergence, and it was like funneling through me. Like I've been feeling this channeling of everybody's higher self channeling through me. And I'm just feeling like everybody's true identity is literally going through me like a portal right now. So I want you to just grab hold of yourself and embrace yourself. I've never had this happen before, where whole entire civilizations begin to funnel out of me and jump into you, kind of like convergence. One. Wow, oneness. Yes, one. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's bliss. That's ecstasy. Bliss and ecstasy in the romance of the dance, the marriage supper of the Lamb, reconciliation. Woo! Just such a speed of light realm.
Wow. Now, are we already full on the conference that we haven't even advertised for?
That conference, dear Jesus, help me. We are at like 30 some people, which I have 4 houses.
We haven't even put up the flyers yet, and it's already full.
It's gone wild. Unless we just, people can go to hotels and B&Bs, and just know, if you guys have shouted out to me, you're on the list. I have all of you on the list. This is gone wild, and if God wants to make it bigger, he can, but it will probably have to be, you'll have to find your own place to stay. So I am asking the Father to reveal to me the end from the beginning, which I kind of need right now to see where this is going. It's going to be absolutely mind-boggling, amazing. I know what started last year when we had this, and the oneness that me and Brian got to experience was just the tiny beginning of what we're seeing as we come together. I did
That's
hear God say that we will see miracles like we have never seen or experienced. They are very different. I do not know what that means at all, but I'm here to tell you the people that are coming and the co-creators and the hearts, the heart explosion that we have going on right now of our hearts coming together as co-creators. It is like, oh my God, we are generators, and what's going to come out of this and what's going to be created and what we are going to see is going to be above and beyond. And that's why I am calling it above and beyond, which sounded so simple when he gave it to me. But when I get it in the bathroom, it's like, that's it. Because above and beyond is nothing like the above and beyond that we thought it was before. Now we're in the above and beyond,
Yeah.
and I believe the expanse of that is going to open up. So anyways, if anybody is interested, we'll see what we can do.
We'll still fit you in the gathering, and we can still
Yeah.
eat together. We
Yes.
just might not have a room for you at this
right.
at
We'll
this
get
point,
it. We'll get it figured out. So,
But I want to say that there's a lot of a lot hidden from me for this event. This is the only event so far in a long time that's been hidden from me. I get glimpses and I get senses, and the sense is a tidal wave.
The
sense is an overtaking.
Same.
And the sense is a whole new blueprint of manifestation.
Yes, exactly.
Like literally, like a whole new language,
right?
A whole new application, and a whole new vibration. And the scripture that I've been getting is washing in the water of the word. And what it was showing me was we are getting ready to go from words to waves. And
that's good.
And the word language is only the language for the mind and the ego, but the wave language is the frequency of who we are, fully enveloped in the allness of divinity. And so it is. That's all I'm getting. But again, it's so foreign because we have not. This is going to be our first gathering since Fam Bam.
Yeah.
And it was after Fam Bam that I went into another dark night of the soul, just like you did.
Same.
For almost 6 months.
And 6 months.
And then out came this major breakout of way more deconstruction and way more reconstruction. And so
reconciliation.
I am excited to see how this flows. We got a little taste of it when we went to Tennessee. Because I said, well, I don't know what I look like when I'm flowing. So I asked Shauna, pay attention. If I flow, I want to see what's different. And she goes, oh yeah, there's something definitely different. And I do know this, we're going to have a lot of visitations from the star seeds, from the star family. We're going to have a lot of visitation from the cloud and from departed people that have transitioned, that are actually going to come and join the fun. We're going to have a lot of matriarchs and patriarchs throughout the generations that are going to be present with impartation. And we're going to begin to blend outside of tangible, visible, physiological experience into a spirit manifestation that is the solidity or the solid state of unconditional love. It's a solid state of unconditional love.
Boom.
And shoo!
Woo! I get it, and I concur with all of that. Woo!
Yeah, but I still don't know anything about what that is, which is great.
I know. I don't get what I saw.
I saw a lot of having fun and playing. I saw a lot of standing face to face and holding standing next to each other and face to face engaging of play. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I saw a lot of people on the floor, and that's kind of what happens when we get together in that convergence.
With one leg up? With one leg up?
Or shaking on the floor, Jackie?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Hey, let's all agree here, because I'm getting this. And again, Jessica, this is up to you. I already know you said you can't come. It's the first weekend in May, but I keep seeing you. So we're going to all agree on here that Jessica is released. We bind you with cords of love, and we yank you to this gathering, and we place you and translate you there. You are in our midst, and so we're calling you forth. And so we're going to encourage people to sow into her, to help her get her ticket and
Yep.
everything, and we will find
Yep.
room for her if you stay in our RV with us, Jessica. One way or
we'll
the
find
other,
room.
we will
Yeah.
take care of you.
One
So
way.
I'm calling you forth.
Yeah.
I'm calling you
And
forth.
I have to say, I've seen this. I saw that
Yes.
too. I've
Yes.
seen it. The last few days, I
Yes.
saw that for her, that she used to be here.
Yes.
But I also want to just say to everybody, I am headed down to visit in Orangeburg. Woo, can't believe I set this one up,
we're
but I
getting to
did.
see you even
And
before.
I don't know what's going on. Again, it's like, what
it's
the
going to
heck?
be bliss.
It's going to be glorious. And if anybody would like to sew on that trip to me, I'd appreciate that, because I have to see a lot.
Bless you. We want to bless you anyway. So can you put your link in? I can never do it on here beforehand. Can you put your link in the comments there? Because we do want to be a blessing with all that Jackie is, all that she does. You know, she's willing to spend and be spent for others to be awakened and embraced and loved. And you know what? It takes money to go do all those things and to get where you need to go. And so let's bless her. Let's bless her abundantly. Bliss her and bless her. And I know many of you have been so touched by today's broadcast. So please send her some money. If whatever comes to your mind, just plan on doubling it. Just plan on doubling it, because there's no lack. Don't worry about, you're not sowing a seed in your need. You're giving a harvest because you don't lack. Okay. So don't be afraid to give and trade into Jackie and pour out so that she can flow freely in her motion and movement and not have to be concerned with these petty things, right?
Exactly.
Of money. Okay. So money comes. And we just bless you with the increase.
Amen.
We just decree that over you. And so we just love you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you that came on. And thank you so much. You've been great. There's been so much participation and interaction. And so please, if you do want to come to the, what were we calling it?
Above and Beyond.
Above and Beyond 5D Revolution. Above and Beyond 5D Revolution. If you want to come to that gathering, which is, I want to say the 4th, was it?
We should actually know the dates.
5th, 6th, and 7th? Let me just make a quick announcement, since we haven't even put up anything yet.
5th, 6th, and 7th.
5th, 6th, and 7th. Friday night, 7 p.m. I don't know if we're serving dinner Friday night or not. I think so. That'll be at 5 probably. Okay. And then so Friday night, 7 p.m. is the beginning. And then Saturday morning at 11 a.m., Saturday night at 6 p.m., and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. And all the details we will put up for the event with the added note that you're going to have to find a hotel or camp out in your car or whatever you want to do, which you don't mind, if that's what you want to do. Go ahead.
I really did see, and I put this on a group that I posted with the flights coming in. I did say, if you have said yes to this, people, I'm going to tell you, God's making ways that you can't even imagine. Okay. So it's just time for you to say yes. Because when you do say yes, and you show up, it will all be taken care of. Okay.
Well, there's money miracles going to be happening on this event. I already saw that. Money miracles literally coming out of people's purses and wallets.
I am here to say I'm seeing crazy stuff. I am seeing stuff manifest before our eyes.
Bam.
And Brian gave me crazy words years ago. Oh, he gave me some crazy wild words. And I'm telling you, when we've been in some crazy glory realms, and I know I don't remember a lot of them, but I'm telling you, I'm about ready to walk into them.
Yes.
So it really is things appearing before our eyes. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be that
you just
wild.
appeared before my eyes, Jackie.
Woo!
Me in the form of you that's really inside of me is manifesting as you. So you just appeared. You are a miracle manifestation just because you're visible. Because visibility is we know it's a projection, right?
Yeah.
We're being made visible. We're miracles.
And Jackie, I just feel like after your time in Orangeburg and you preparing for this event and you being there during this time, it's going to be a whole new version of you that you have never experienced or have seen. It's going to blow your mind.
It's going to blow your mind.
Yes.
Yeah. You're coming out in the very thing you're saying is coming. Of those words will happen Tuesday. The Tuesday you're out here.
Boom.
Right. So glory. Well, thank you all. We
Okay.
love you.
Thank
Please
you guys.
visit our website up above. Can't really reach it, but it's up above,
Woohoo.
www.foghamfoggm.org.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
be changing it pretty soon to Life, is it Life Imagined?
You should know.
Yeah, I always want to say
See?
Imagined Life, but Life
Yes, I
Imagined.
love that.
I'm getting used to
Yeah.
that. We just got to deal with paperwork right now, but we
Mhm.
will have it there. That's the direction we're going. You have imagined your
Yeah.
life, and now you
Yeah.
are realizing reality hidden within. And
Yeah.
so we love you. We bless
Yes,
you.
love you
And we
guys.
will
Yes.
see you all next Thursday at
Peace out.
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
God bless y'all.
Okay.
See you soon. Bye-bye.